So I'm Benjamin, and my senior capstone is on lo-fi music. Um, it's the general effects of music and studying, and also pertaining to lo-fi hip hop and studying. I'm not sure if it's fully necessary. It wasn't a template, so I just kind of did it. But yeah, so I'm a transfer student. I was initially at Han CC doing the Miller program. I graduated from Honolulu and doing general creative media. Thesis statement is lo-fi music or hip hop is a relatively new genre of music that's been proven to be able to help with studying and focus. So the objective or the rationale for the research conducted could be explained as scaling the success of the project on different media outlets and platforms. So like DSPs and I guess kind of having like a campaign and then scaling it over time, but also researching the effects of music and studying, and then also kind of shining on how it affects focus, concentration, customer experience, preference, and also how lyrics versus no lyrics can go into play. So senior capstone plans, what I'm planning to deliver at the end of the capstone semester is a project, and it's a lo-fi. It was initially an EP, but then it's like 11 songs, so it's like more of an album now. But they're like shorter songs. Sorry, I'm filling my screen a little bit. And did I go backwards here? Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just yeah, I'm gonna have a little campaign where I'm scaling the success of it, and then having documented media, and then it's gonna have like an animation with music, and then it's kind of like the little YouTube phenomena where it'll be like a 4-hour or 5 or 2-hour like lo-fi mix. Sorry, pause for a little bit. So the direction appropriate for the research by gathering information and conducted research towards the music and effects of music with studying, and then aligning them with, I guess, the kind of with the scale success of the capstone project. Also noting how affected by the music myself when studying. Sorry. So I kind of just slapped this together a little bit, but yeah. So the first one that's shining on is music during task and whether it's helpful or distracting. It's been proven that sometimes background music can help an individual's performance, or it could be distracting if there's too much vocals. I kind of have a little lack of notes here, but I guess I'll kind of explain it. I guess the overall preference or the general preference of like a community or like a certain place. Like for example, there was a supermarket experiment, and the people that were shopping thought it was a little distracting to have like a little louder music, so they preferred softer music. So sometimes it kind of goes with the venue if it's like a more loud, lively type music, or if it's more in the calm, subtle side. Another section that's covered is music as a study aid or a performance booster. One of the studies showed that the imperfect sounds of lo-fi, like the white noise and like the vinyl noise and like I guess like the white noise, like the humming and the imperfect timing and stuff, actually stimulates the frontal lobe and helps with focusing more. So that kind of goes with when you go on YouTube and you see like, does lo-fi music really help me studying? Because it suggests that it kind of helps with studying. but there is kind of a little bit of a science that goes into it. I'll put it twice, I guess. Yeah, they did studies on employees that employees had reported that music had boosted their performance through the workday. And studies on high school students showed that they're able to perform better on written tasks, but had performed worse on learning tasks. So that kind of goes to this suggesting that lyrics versus no lyrics, and sometimes if the music has too much lyrics, it could be distracting if you're trying to learn something. So then that goes with lo-fi music. Sometimes it's instrumental lo-fi music. There are lo-fi music with lyrics, but generally it's like an instrumental kind of sample based. I actually kind of, I guess I covered this earlier, but yeah, according to the studies, lo-fi music helps stimulate the frontal lobe in our brain to focus more. The flaws, vinyl noise, low hums, and other audio imperfections actually help stimulate the brain and mindset to focus more. And then just a little animation I have with the music. It's got like a duck in a pool. Yeah, so this is the first song. It's called Days. This is again. And this one's called Evenings. I'm just gonna skim through.
We can't hear the sound because I think your computer is not allowing to share.
Okay, how do I, not sure how that works. Is there a way to, not sure how it works.
It's your Zoom settings.
Yeah, I think it's in the Zoom setting. If you look under the share screen, the little icon.
Under Zoom, you're in Google. You gotta go to your Zoom up at the top. You know, in your Zoom toolbar.
Okay.
And there's like a little, at least on mine, there's a checkbox for share sound under the screen that you selected. It's on Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, you're still scrolling around Google.
Oh, this is Google?
Well, we can see your arrow in Google. We can't see your Zoom.
Oh, okay. I'm in the Zoom preferences. Is it in there?
No, well, maybe. I thought it was
in Zoom preferences, right? And then it should be like,
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at it on the Windows environment.
under
at the bottom.
audio? No, I don't know.
Because when I see mine, there's an icon at the bottom for share screen. I click on that and it shows which windows I can share. And then there's an option for this little checkbox says share sound.
Share computer sound? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that, thank you for that.
Hopefully that works.
Can you guys hear it? Is that?
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the first song. It's called Days. About like 2 minutes long. And then next song is Evenings. This song's called Nights. It's 11 songs. Yeah, this one's called Sentiment. These ones were made on SP to kind of have that like off time kind of like I guess, lo-fi type sound. This sounds a little more in time. Yeah. This song's called Sunset. It's kind of, yeah, it's like 20 something minutes, like 20. Yeah, this one's called Routine. Yeah, they're very lo-fi, but this project kind of is all like really new, I guess. Routine. This one's called Daze. Like is DAZE. They have the same name, or they sound the same, but then. Oh, and I don't know if I just skipped it. And I guess. Oh no, I'm just gonna play the rest of it. So. Yeah, this one's called O Street. This is a little more experimental because I use like a modern sounding 808s on a lo-fi kind of melody. Like real quick. But this song's called Goal. And this one's called Soul. And I think it's the last song. Oh, okay. Okay. And that, I think that's it.